Thank you, Chair, Madam Commissioner, dear colleagues. Let me first thank the rapporteur for the great work accomplished and all my colleagues for the strong will not to give up on fighting gender-based violence. With this report, the European Parliament considers that an immediate action to combat violence against women is not only necessary, but urgently needed. The Commission must acknowledge that all arguments point that EU-wide measures and instruments have to be introduced. We know that through the Union, huge discrepancies exist in Member States' legislation to combat violence against women. Last year, DG Justice feasibility study found out differences in the access to protection orders, the availability of support services, and the expertise and capacity of the responsible public servants. We have seen signs of commitment towards the eradication of all forms of violence and an efficient policy framework at EU level. Notably, within the Women's Charter you presented last year and the communication on the implementation of the Stockholm Programme. Nevertheless, many Member States have failed in implementing efficient legislation to protect women from all forms of violence and discrimination, and we are now seeing that core values of our Union do not apply to half of its citizens. Therefore, we are now expecting the Commission to come up with a dedicated legislative proposal. A set of minimum requirements must be drawn up and incorporated into a legislative act, which should be part of a comprehensive strategy addressing all forms of gender-based violence. This strategy and policy initiative should also be complemented by broad awareness-raising activities, and I am thinking in particular about an European year on combating all forms of violence against women, for which we are currently collecting citizen signatures. Finally, having regard to our founding principles laid down in a treaty and the already stated commitment from your side, we expect today a clear answer on how and when the Commission intends to propose effective measures at EU level. Thank you very much.